The irony or hypocrisy of Kathleen Kennedy's activism is a dearth of female writers and directors, coupled with an abundance of irrational, unrelatable female characters. As predicted for criticizing the Ahsoka series, frequent guest Grand Admiral Sean has been accused of misogyny. This strawman fallacy is tired and ineffective. Sean's use of hyperbole mocks Lucasfilm's penchant for identity over story. Female characters who act selfishly without consequence, or command others because reasons, or parody Lord of the Rings? No, thank you. The following encapsulates a typical Lucasfilm writer's approach to women.
I think of a man, and I take away reason and accountability.
Welcome to Galactic Initiative. I'm your host, Jeff, and I'm about to prioritize the facts over the message. If I play the identity game, if I claim female characters must be written and directed by women to be authentic, what would be Kathleen Kennedy's score for representation? If you believe Kennedy and the industry rags, Kennedy is an advocate. Notwithstanding the hype, the truth is, well, inconvenient. Hannah Friedman, who composed 2 episodes of Obi-Wan Kenobi, is the sole female writer for a live-action Star Wars release, film or series, to date. Yes, I said the sole female writer. The Force Awakens, Rogue One, The Last Jedi, Solo a Star Wars Story, The Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Andor, and Ahsoka, all written by men with the exception of Miss Friedman's 2 episodes. She was responsible for 87 minutes of the total 3,266 minutes. That statistic speaks for itself. I expect The Acolyte to bomb when it's released next year, but at least 4 women wrote it. Skeleton Crew's writing trio included 1 woman. For directors, Kathleen Kennedy's record improves slightly. A woman has never directed a Star Wars film. Patty Jenkins was hired to direct Rogue. The project never reached pre-production. So, in the film category, 0 for 5 under Kennedy's leadership. On D+, women directed 21 episodes of the total 57 episodes, a stunning and brave 37%. From Kennedy's era, a mere handful of Star Wars female characters have garnered praise and gained longevity. In this category, I acknowledge her efforts. To their detriment, Kennedy has filled screens with women. Bix Kayleen, Cara Dune, Dedra Meero, Jyn Erso, and Mon Mothma were compelling and relatable thanks to their complex motivations, personalities, and adversities. Their accomplishments were commensurate with their backgrounds, intellects, and physiques. All struggled and failed as often as succeeded. They weren't fearless and invincible. They didn't need other characters to define them, call them geniuses, dote on them, lose to them. They defined themselves through their words and deeds. Season 3 of The Mandalorian hurt the Armorer, who I enjoyed in Seasons 1 and 2. I have mixed feelings about Bo-Katan Kryze. Marva had an unanticipated disproportionate part in Andor's Season 1 finale, but overall her role was well-grounded. On the other hand, Ahsoka Tano, Elia Kane, Fennec Shand, Garsa Fwip, Harrison Dula, Janna, Casca Reeves, Morgan Elsbeth, Peli Motto, Kira, Reva Savander, Rey, Rose Tico, Sabine Wren, Tala Durith, Vice Admiral Holdo, Young Princess Leia, and Zori Bliss. Remember, I'm focusing on live action. These characters were awful for a variety of reasons. Subpar performances, implausible mental and physical abilities, unearned achievements, stunted growth, plot armor, forced humor, argumentativeness, immorality, and unexplained goals. All had potential. However, through poor conception and execution, they caused cognitive dissonance. Several were catastrophes and, as such, have become constant targets for backlash and impetus to abandon the IP. Vice Admiral Holdo, for example.
Stick to your post and follow my orders.
Do you know, could you find one person who values the character, who thinks, yes, her design and delivery belong in the Star Wars galaxy? Who could justify her actions in response to her circumstances? Only Kathleen Kennedy and her ilk would greenlight such an obvious dud. Intelligent leaders don't intimidate, insult, and exclude their allies. Holdo embodies the ignorance of Lucasfilm's self-styled activists. They mistake hostility for strength, ego for wisdom, and stupidity for sacrifice. And their blunders, not misogyny, spark fans' negative reactions. Kathleen Kennedy views herself as a champion of representation and empowerment. Yet her 11 years as president of Lucasfilm haven't facilitated those outcomes for women. With regard to representation, her writers and directors have been questionable at best, and the female characters in her projects, sadly, have done more harm than good. Their flaws discouraged fans. Prior to this video, did you misinterpret her virtue signaling for virtue? The ladies deserve better. Everyone deserves better. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Check out Galactic Initiative for all things Star Wars.
Galactic Initiative is not authorized or endorsed by Lucasfilm Limited. The name Star Wars and all related materials are registered trademarks of Lucasfilm Limited, a subsidiary of the Walt Disney Company, by rights reserved. Galactic Initiative is a registered trademark, and other product and company names are trademarks of their respective holders. Use does not imply affiliation or endorsement.